Toronto is Canada's largest city with a variety of adventures, both cultural and adventurous. It is hard to fit in just one video. So in the last two videos, we explored the eclectic neighborhood of Kensington Market and all the adventures you can have at the CN Tower. In this video, I focus on the best things to do summer or winter in the downtown Toronto area in the most economical way by using CityPass. In my first stop of the day with CityPass was to Casa Loma. Alright guys, we're here in Casa Loma and I'm heading up to the Scottish Tower. They close at 3, so I was in a rush, so I'll show you downstairs in a minute. Here we go, we're heading to the Norman Tower at Casa Loma. It closes, I think, at 3, so that's why I ran up here. Of course, we have the rest of the house to see, but for now, I'm gonna head up and check this out. Oh wow, this is historic. And up we go. Alright, we are here at the top. We're here at the top of the Norman Tower, and it sounds quite windy. Wow. Wow. We're here at Norman Tower, and as you can tell, it is quite windy. But right behind me, you can see one of the best views of Toronto, and Casa Loma is located right on a hill, so it gives for an amazing view. Sorry if it's windy and you can't hear me, but as you can tell, the view speaks louder than my words. Casa Loma is known for its awesome views, and there is even a fine dining restaurant here as well, and they host many events. But for me, I was interested in the history of Sir Henry Pellet, the man who built this place, and you learn about it as you go through all the different rooms with an audio guide. Over the years, it has also been used in many movies, like Love Guru in Chicago, so you'll definitely maybe recognize it from a scene or two. We're here in the carriage house, and it is actually a really far journey from actually Casa Loma, because when you come here, you'll notice that they had to build the stables, which are now almost like an event venue. You see over there, the symphony actually performs here, and they do a candlelight symphony at the castle. Have drinks here, I guess, and watch the symphony in a very elegant and quaint atmosphere with just like a few people. Check this out. It's where they have it later on. Definitely a cool experience, but I'm gonna head back to the main castle. It was very interesting to watch the movie in the basement where you learn all about how Henry Pellet built this massive fortune, brought so much help in, creating and making Toronto what it is today. And then he actually lost all his fortune and became penniless when he died. But he did not die without a title. He was actually knighted. And go meet my mother, and then we'll go see what we get up to next. But this is a long, long haul to get back to the main castle. When I got back to the castle, I checked out more of the rooms, and for a place built in 1914, it had some of the top of the line bathroom amenities of the time. So he has a phone here, and at the time in Toronto, they only had 200 phones, and they had 50 of them in Casa Loma. Okay, so we just finished at Casa Loma. This place is 100% worth visiting, and it actually is included in a CityPass for Toronto, and I'm gonna link that down below. But definitely it covers, the CityPass, I believe it covers this, Casa Loma, the Royal Ontario Museum, the Ripley Aquarium, the Zoo or the Science Center, and why is my brain having a brain fart right now? There's one other, I don't know, but I'm gonna link it down below and you can look at everything it covers, but it's definitely worth the money instead of paying for all the individual admissions if you have some time to kill in Toronto and wanna explore the city. But for now, let's go head to the aquarium. Alright guys, we're in the city center of Toronto, and over there you can see Scotiabank. It was kind of funny, we saw a bunch of people dressed up as Raptors, so there must be a game tonight, and this is where the Raptors play against Scotiabank. Then behind me is the Ripley's Aquarium where we're heading next, and above you can see the CN Tower all the way up there. But yeah, there's a lot in this area. You also can see the Toronto Maple Leafs play over there at Rogers Centre. And yeah, just we're in the center of it all right now. and there's a game right now, so a lot of people are heading towards Scotiabank Arena, but we're going to the Aquarium.
Oh no.
So when I last spoke to you, we were about to go into the aquarium, but actually I ended up dropping my phone, cracking it, and needing to run to the Apple store with 15 minutes to spare until they were able to, luckily with Apple Care, replace my iPhone. And now, after I had to do that whole rigmarole getting a new iPhone in literally less than 10 minutes before, and now we're here at Tim Hortons. And Tim Hortons is basically like the Dunkin' Donuts of Canada. Alright guys, I'm just here right now in front of the Toronto City Hall with my Tim Hortons, and then there's a giant Toronto sign over there, which we're totally gonna check out. Right now, just crossing the street. After briefly checking out the City Hall and the square with the Toronto sign, I headed back because I had to set up my new iPhone. The next morning, I woke up early to explore some sights and started off the day with Jimmy's coffee with a pleasant surprise. So I just went to Jimmy's Coffee to start off the day, and now I'm heading to get some breakfast and then off to the Royal Ontario Museum. But definitely been loving Kensington Market. There's so many awesome coffee places, a lot of like street art. It's pretty cool. For now, heading back to the same sun, and then we check out today, and I'm going to be staying at the Hilton Toronto for the next 2 nights. While there's awesome public transit, I decided to take an Uber to get to the ROM because I was running late for my assigned time. Good morning. I'm here at the Royal Ontario Museum, as you can see behind me. It's super modern and beautiful. This building is definitely an interesting one, and it's located right in Yorkville, the neighborhood in Toronto. I'm really excited to explore and see what this museum has to offer. It's covered by CityPass, so it's definitely worth it to get it if you're going to be here for a few days to see some of these places like Casa, Loma, and the Royal Ontario Museum. But for now, let's go inside because I think I'm running late for my appointment. The Royal Ontario Museum is one of the main attractions in Toronto you can't miss. Here, we're actually about to go on a tour at 11 a.m. They have free tours to show you the highlights of the museum, from Egyptian artifacts to other things like the dinosaurs you see behind me. I'm excited to see what else this museum has to offer. The building itself, the architecture of it is amazing and worth your while to come down and see it. But for now, I'm gonna get ready for the tour because it's just about to begin. The ROM is actually Canada's largest museum, and not only that, one of the largest in North America, attracting 1 million visitors each year. There are so many different things to see here, and you could easily spend a few hours. But it was time for me to check into the Hilton Toronto, which I was really excited for because it was downtown, close to the CN Tower, where I would later be going to do the Edge Walk and have dinner at the 360 restaurant. Welcome to the Hilton Toronto. I just checked in. The service was amazing. They helped me with my beds and everything. There's so much here. There's an executive lounge for Diamond members, so I have access to that while I'm staying here. But first, let me show you the room. I have a king deluxe room, and we're on a higher level, the 24th floor, which is awesome. We have Crabtree and Evelyn products and a walk-in shower over here. You can definitely tell they've updated the bathrooms. And now let me show you the room because this is my favorite part. We have a desk area with a huge TV. And I like that the desk has an amazing view. I'll show you that pretty soon. But there's also a large king bed and a chair for you to have a lounge in, and especially having this much space in a city is so nice. But my favorite part is the view. Check this out. You can actually see the city hall that I went to yesterday and some other historic buildings. I'm really excited that I'm in the city center now. Kensington Market was awesome, but now we get to have a taste of the downtown city life. And we're close to the CN Tower, which is where I'm headed next to do something special and a little bit scary. Be sure to watch the full video of the CN Tower experience. But I went to bed early after an amazing evening because I had another full day of exploring Toronto. Excited, hopefully breakfast is good, and then getting filled because we're going to the Blue Jays game. I love the Hilton Toronto because the executive lounge is on the top floor with almost 360 degrees of views. Good morning. I'm here in the executive lounge with Hilton's diamond members, or if you're staying on the executive floor, you have access to this. And it's a pretty decent breakfast. There's eggs, toast, croissants, some cake stuff, and muffins, orange juice, and a awesome coffee machine that has a mind of its own sometimes, but it's pretty good. But the best thing about it is we have this awesome view. Check it out. And yeah, just going to eat here, relax. It's open from 8 or 7 till 11 a.m. And then later on we have certificates to check out the restaurant here, which is pretty cool. So it actually looks in front of, like I'm in front of a backdrop. It's such a beautiful day outside. The Toronto CN Tower is standing right there. Actually, when I did the edge walk, I could see the Hilton Hotel. And in one of my photos, you see it right underneath me while I'm hanging over the edge. But I've really enjoyed my time here so far, and today we're going to the Toronto Blue Jays. Sorry for being a little backlit, but I'm very excited for today. Guys, so we're here walking on Queen Street, which is one of the main streets in Toronto before the game. We're heading to see the Toronto Blue Jays. And first, I wanted to check out Graffiti Alley, which is a picturesque, or place people come to take pictures. But yes, I'm excited for that. There's random old buildings in the center of Toronto, which is pretty interesting. But yep, just heading down Queen Street. My mom's there behind me. So we're almost to Graffiti Alley. It was about a 10-15 minute walk from the Hilton. And as you can see, we're walking in Queen Street, which is one of the main shopping streets. There's a lot of stores like H&M, Zara, but also some nice shops as well, designer shops. But yeah, it's kind of like an outdoor walking mall, which is pretty cool. But we're almost there to Graffiti Alley, and then we're gonna head to the baseball game with the Toronto Blue Jays at 1:37. Hopefully we aren't cutting it too close, but I'm really excited. And going with my mom. I think the last game I went to was a Red Sox game years ago, so this should be fun. Great, so right now we're just walking in Graffiti Alley, and we've seen some nice art, and then there's just a lot of graffiti. But it's basically the backside of Queen Street, which is the street where you can go shopping at. And yeah, it just makes for a little easy walk if you want to get some colorful photos and stuff. But yeah, otherwise just come here and get some shots for the gram and then head off to go shopping or get some coffee. But yeah, as you can see, almost every alleyway behind this shopping street is super colorful. But for now, I'm gonna put the camera away to enjoy and maybe take a few photos before we head to the game. After a nice morning walk, we decided to get an Uber so we wouldn't miss a moment of the Toronto Blue Jays game. We're here at the Rogers Center, which is right beside the CN Tower, as you can see. And we're about to go into the Rogers Center in order to see the baseball game for the Toronto Blue Jays. And there's so much life out here. Look at it. Check it out.
Thank you. That's it?
Yeah.
$6.
Pro tip, before you head into the game, check out this hot dog stand right outside and get a $6 hot dog, way cheaper than inside. We're at our first baseball game internationally. I am so excited that we got to come here to a Toronto Blue Jays game while we were here. Oh my god, this looks cool. I don't even know if I'm allowed to go in here. I'm just walking in. What is this? Look at this. Whoa. This is so cool. I was so excited when I got into the Rogers Stadium because I'd been wanting to see it with my own eyes. They have a full retractable roof that allows them to play through all sorts of weather conditions. It's always fun to see games and sporting events in other countries, but this was especially cool because for a sporting snack, I got poutine, which is a Canadian specialty. But if you don't want to go inside the game, you can go check the game out from the Marriott restaurant right off the lobby. So this is so cool. If you do not want to go inside the game, you can actually come to the Marriott here in Toronto and come to the Sportsnet Grill and dine and eat and watch the game as well, which is super, super cool. And relax. Definitely a cool experience. The Marriott actually even has rooms that you could stay in and have a bed overlooking this. How awesome would that be? I definitely would love that. Let me know in the comments. Would you try that below? Finally, after the game, it was time for the last stop of the day, the Ripley's Aquarium. All right, guys, I'm here at the Ripley's Canadian Aquarium. We just entered with the CityPass, which was nice because we got to skip the line because it is pretty huge, actually. And not only that, you're here, and right when you walk in, you're welcome to this giant tank. I already see a hammerhead, a shark. It's so cool. And they're pretty big, and they're coexisting with these fish. I'm surprised that they're not eating them. But the first stop while you walk into the Ripley's Aquarium is the Canadian Waters exhibit. I'm very excited. The Canadian Waters exhibit is going to have some of the indigenous water, wildlife, marine life that you find here in Canada. So let's go and check that out. The Ripley's Aquarium is located only a stone's throw away from the CN Tower as well as the Rogers Stadium. It boasts an aquarium of 5.7 million liters of water and has North America's longest underwater viewing tunnel. Alright guys, right now we are in the Dangerous Lagoon, which takes you on a conveyor belt through a tube, through sharks, stingrays, sea turtles, you name it. And now we're just heading off of it. I think it's ending pretty soon, but it's a pretty cool experience. Definitely an amazing thing to do at the Ripley's Aquarium. It was time to get out of there because I was tired, so I headed back to the Hilton Toronto where I had some vouchers to use at the restaurant and got some appetizers and drinks. And we are at the bar here, as you can see. But they have this nice area you can see. We're just hanging out here in these booths. But I just got the thing for Diamond members. You get a appetizer as well as a drink, non-alcoholic of course. And I got these chicken wings Korean style, and my mom got some smoked salmon and also has a Diet Coke. But yes, we are going to have a snack here and then maybe just order in food. We've been doing a lot of sightseeing and are a bit tired and have a full few days planned with Hamilton Tourism Bureau, which is where we're going tomorrow. So I'm really excited to share with you this experience. Fast forward to the last morning Toronto with just 2 more things to do in Toronto. Just heading to breakfast, and I love this scenic elevator we have here. I also have my swimsuit on because there's actually a special surprise at this hotel that we just found last night. Of course, the first thing when you come to Toronto, especially when it's cold out, you won't expect to be able to go swimming, so we didn't either, but I can't wait to show you this. The breakfast at the Hilton Toronto was amazing. There was a hot continental breakfast or a cold continental breakfast. We got the hot one and had an epic meal before setting off on an adventure to the pool. I honestly can't believe that I almost missed swimming in this indoor-outdoor pool right in the middle of Toronto's downtown. Exciting news! This is my favorite place, and I'm actually going to do the Sky Pod, which is even higher than the original observation deck. It was included with my Edge Walk pass, so I thought why not come do this before I'm off to go to Hamilton. Really excited for this, and then yeah, head back to the hotel, back up, because we are going to take the GO transit system, which is, I am thinking the local bus and train system between like this area of Ontario. But yeah, it was actually not too expensive, $13.75 I think Canadian, to go from Toronto to Hamilton. So now just about to come here to the CN Tower and do this.
Welcome to the CN Tower. We are traveling 22 kilometers per hour toward our main observation level, 346 meters.
So right now we are here on the main observation level. It's hard to see because it's all backlit. But I'm about to go up on the Sky Pod, which is actually the highest observation platform in the whole Western Hemisphere. So excited to do that. Then next up is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, right? Okay, let's go up. 1,136 feet. Everybody, we're here in the Sky Pod. It is so high. I can actually look down as to where I was doing the edge walk. You can see the platform down there. But you definitely, I'm trying to see, yeah, this tower kind of moves a wee bit. But yeah, and we're definitely super high up. No climbing on the windows, it says. But this is definitely a cool experience. You definitely feel very elevated. Alright guys, I just wanted to conclude my time in Toronto with one thing and one thing alone, and I just am so excited about the city. The amount of people you meet from around the world in this melting pot. I believe over 52% of the population of Toronto is actually from another place, like another country. And I think that is so unique and beautiful about this. I've met so many awesome people. I tried so many different types of delicious foods, and now it's time to say goodbye because next we are heading to Hamilton, Ontario. And if you have any questions, please let me know them in the comments about what to see or do or where to stay in Toronto. And also please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're made aware of my next video. Of course, anything you do to help my channel is appreciated, and I'm really excited to share Toronto and Canada with you in the future.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so